Hey, Miami! Welcome to the Casting Couch, the show that gives hidden talent in South Florida exposure. I'm Karen Stevens, your host, and today we will explore the responsibilities of the media in the community at large with the Miami Times editor-in-chief, Kevin McNair, and the Casting Couch's very own executive producer, Mr. Keith Herrell. Stay tuned.
It's a soul flow thing. Shot in beautiful Miami, the Casting Couch is the perfect backdrop. The Casting Couch is designed to give hidden talent in South Florida exposure. What makes the Casting Couch unique is that it's totally interactive. Social media driven. Tweet us and like us on Facebook at Casting Couch TV. You can also watch past and current episodes by logging on to thecastingcouchtv.com. APAC, the African American Performing Arts Community Theater, has produced powerful and thought-provoking plays and musicals in South Florida since 2001. This not-for-profit theater company encouraged seasoned as well as amateur actors to audition for future productions. Please visit APAC at www.apac.com for more details. APAC, building better communities through theater. In 2004, the Casting Couch was introduced as a live Sunday night event that showcased national and international talent. Although the show was geared towards individuals establishing a performing arts community, Casting Couch has evolved to be a show about hidden talent in South Florida. In 2012, the idea of the Casting Couch was revisited with vigor. Slightly tweaked, the Casting Couch TV show focused primarily on the entertainment industry as it pertained to South Florida. Shot in beautiful Miami, this show is designed to give hidden talent in South Florida exposure. Although the main premise is focused on entertainment, the show will discuss social issues that affect Miami society.
Welcome back. My next guest is the editor-in-chief of South Florida's oldest black and black-owned newspaper. Here to discuss the responsibilities of the media is Miami Times' own Kevin McNair. Welcome, Kevin. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
All
Have a
right.
seat.
Sure.
Welcome.
Thanks.
So, let's get right to it.
Yeah.
You're a journalist.
Yes.
And an educator.
Yes.
In recent years, there are people who believe that journalism has changed in a fundamental way and that it's no longer objective and that journalists are beholden to the big money media outlets. Do you believe that's true?
I do. I think that many newspapers, publications have been co-opted, multi-million dollar corporations or significant advertisers. And I think there is a fine line, there's a struggle or balance. But one thing I can say, when I look at the black press, the Michigan Chronicle where I started, the Atlanta Voice, the Grand Rapids Times, and now here the Miami Times, among others, those black-owned businesses have remained true to the history of the black press, you know, from the 19th century. And to that end, we can allow ourselves to be bought out or to sell out, because the people that read our product count on us telling the truth and count on us being as objective as we possibly can.
Do you have a large readership?
Yeah, between 28 and 30,000 is our distribution. That's weekly. We started a revised website maybe a year and a half ago, which is doing phenomenally well. I've got a social media person now that does the Twitter and the Instagram and Facebook stuff, and I'm not really into it too much. My children are, but I deal with it because I have to. It's part of the industry. But we have a new audience of much younger people who just deal with us online. And so we communicate with them through those kinds of social media. I think it's a great way to get the news out. There are some who would rather read short blips and that kind of stuff, and that works for them. But, I'm an old school. I got to have the paper, and, it's my Sunday morning before church with the coffee. I've got to have this in the New York Times and the Washington Post and the USA Today and the Miami Times. So that's where I am. Yeah.
I agree. I tried the electronic paper, and I just couldn't get into it. I need that paper in my hand.
No, people said I was killing trees because I print so much off off the web. I might as well just have the paper and save some trees. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. That's really interesting, because I was going to ask you what you thought is good about journalism today, which you've already said some things, you mentioned some things, but if there are other things, if you can answer that. But also, what do you think is missing, if anything?
Well, I think it's tougher to find people that really know how to write. We don't read, and you learn how to write because you read. And so I find a lot more of the younger journalists coming into my office saying, I want to freelance, or you have a full-time job, and we start talking, and I'm looking at their clips, or I say, well, go out and give me this kind of story, and it comes back, and it's just not developed. And these are people who have degrees. So the ability to take the language and to manipulate it and then give it back to people, that's not only enlightening and educational, but it's also exciting. It is a lost, not totally lost art, but we're on the way, and that concerns me. That concerns me a lot.
Yeah, I would imagine, especially with the shorthand that so many young people use today, the language and the writing has just been just chopped, and I think they think that's how it really is supposed to be.
I think a lot of them do.
Yeah.
Sure.
I imagine English teachers are pulling their hair out.
Well, my oldest child is teaching first grade now, and she's back in Michigan, and my baby, he's a freshman at University of Michigan. Our U of M is not your U of M, not your U of M. And he sends me his essays all the time, and we talk about them. But for blacks, like any other race, there are those of us who are trained to read and write and to speak. But that percentage, I believe, is shrinking. And we really have to be really much more attentive to that. And so as a journalist for the Miami Times, I'm going to use the language that I was taught. The language that I was taught at University of Michigan, at Emory, at Princeton, and my professors, and I'm refused to dumb me down. If you don't know it, that's why they have a dictionary. And you've got to do that. You've got to push the culture. I remember one of my advisors, Cornel West, used to use these billion-dollar words, and I had my pad all the time. And I said, wait, I'm pretty intelligent. I ought to know what you're talking about, but I don't. And he says, well, then you need to use that word and write it down. So I'd had this pad by my bed, and I'm trying to use these words. Now they are my vocabulary. And that's what we've got to do. I mean, we're losing our language to syllables, one syllable, use and cheese and things like that. That's just not, the English language is a beautiful language when you use it effectively.
Yeah, that's a good place to break. We're going to come back more with Editor-in-Chief Kevin McNeir.
It's a soul flow thing. Shot in beautiful Miami, the casting couch is the perfect backdrop. The casting couch is designed to give hidden talent in South Florida exposure. What makes the Casting Couch unique is that it's totally interactive. Social media driven. Tweet us and like us on Facebook at Casting Couch TV. You can also watch past and current episodes by logging on to thecastingcouchtv.com. Casting Couch TV, uncovering South Florida's hidden talent. APAC, the African American Performing Arts Community Theater, has produced powerful and thought-provoking plays and musicals in South Florida since 2001. This not-for-profit theater company encouraged seasoned as well as amateur actors to audition for future productions. Please visit APAC at www.apac.com for more details. APAC, building better communities through theater. In 2004, the Casting Couch was introduced as a live Sunday night event that showcased national and international talent. Although the show was geared towards individuals establishing a performing arts community, Casting Couch has evolved to be a show about hidden talent in South Florida. In 2012, the idea of the Casting Couch was revisited with vigor. Slightly tweaked, the Casting Couch TV show focused primarily on the entertainment industry as it pertained to South Florida. Shot in beautiful Miami, this show is designed to give hidden talent in South Florida exposure. Although the main premise is focused on entertainment, the show will discuss social issues that affect Miami society.
Welcome back, Casting Couch. We're here talking to Editor-in-Chief Kevin McNeir. So, Princeton grad, very impressive. That's quite an accomplishment.
Thank you.
And I admire people who achieve great things in education. I'd like to ask you, what do you see as your greatest achievement to this date?
My greatest achievement, my Jasmine and Jared McNeir, 23, and he'll be 19 in another couple of days. Sure, I mean, my kids more than anything else.
Professionally?
Professionally, I'm going to go with where I am right now. I think we've made some great strides at the Miami Times. Last year, we took 5 of the top awards for National Newspaper Publishers Association. #1 black newspaper in the country, #1 design, #1 news, #2 entertainment, #1 faith and family. And that doesn't come through osmosis. It comes with hard work. It comes with vision from the top, you know, the Reeves family, and I think allowing me to do what I do best. I write because I can't do anything else, you know? And I enjoy dealing with people. We enjoy dealing with people. So I guess that I'm going to say that's it. And people looking at us in a different light, and I like that. That makes you feel good.
Well, that's great. That's great. I want to thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for such an informative discussion.
Thank you for having me.
Can you hang out a little bit?
Sure, of course.
Okay, great. Casting Couch, Kevin McNeir of the Miami Times. When we come back, we'll have the Casting Couch's very own executive producer, Mr. Keith Herrell. Stay tuned.
It's a soul flow thing. Shot in beautiful Miami, the Casting Couch is the perfect backdrop. The Casting Couch is designed to give hidden talent in South Florida exposure. What makes the Casting Couch unique is that it's totally interactive. social media driven. Tweet us and like us on Facebook at Casting Couch TV. You can also watch past and current episodes by logging on to thecastingcouchtv.com. Casting Couch TV, uncovering South Florida's hidden talent. APAC, the African American Performing Arts Community Theater, has produced powerful and thought-provoking plays and musicals in South Florida since 2001. This not-for-profit theater company encouraged seasoned as well as amateur actors to audition for future productions. Please visit APAC at www.apac.com for more details. APAC, building better communities through theater. In 2004, the Casting Couch was introduced as a live Sunday night event that showcased national and international talent. Although the show was geared towards individuals establishing a performing arts community, Casting Couch has evolved to be a show about hidden talent in South Florida. In 2012, the idea of the Casting Couch was revisited with vigor. Slightly tweaked, the Casting Couch TV show focused primarily on the entertainment industry as it pertained to South Florida. Shot in beautiful Miami, this show is designed to give hidden talent in South Florida exposure. Although the main premise is focused on entertainment, the show will discuss social issues that affect Miami society.
Welcome back, Casting Couch family. Please give a warm welcome to the executive producer of the Casting Couch, Mr. Keith Herrell. Hi, Keith.
Hey, what's up,
Welcome.
girl? How you doing? Always
I'm
a pleasure,
great.
Kevin.
Hey, all right.
Man, all right,
How you
all right.
doing?
I'm
Have a
doing
seat.
great.
Good.
Oh, man, I'm loving this set.
Isn't it wonderful?
I wonder who put this together.
You're loving this ensemble.
Well, you know, I'm a Southern gentleman, so
Oh, yeah.
you know how I do. I can't help it.
Dapper Dan.
True Miami boy. True Miami boy. Thank you for having me on, Karen. I
Oh, thanks for
appreciate it.
being here. So you are Miami born and bred.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about
Pure Southerner, yes, yes. For 42, going on 45 years of my good life, I've been here in Miami, loving it. I mean, who would want to leave? I mean, look at this. This is incredible, you
that. Well,
know?
maybe not today, but
Well, hey, this
a little
compared
overcast.
to some places up north, like where he's from in Michigan, I mean, they'll die for days like this. So,
That's true.
yeah, you know, Miami is good. This is my home. Work, live, raise my children here. Yeah, so I love Miami. Love SoFlo.
yes.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
All right.
yes. We're going to get back to that. Let's ask you about the Casting Couch.
The Casting Couch.
You are the creator of the Casting Couch. Can you
Yes.
tell us why you created the Casting Couch, why you felt there was a need for it, and where do you see it going?
Well, ultimately, my ultimate goal is to have us have our own network, sort of like a BET, but more with a little more taste to it, so to speak. Not that BET is bad or anything like that, but I see the way that the media is going. It's all sensationalism, and it's all, you know, everybody's sarcastic, everybody's hating each other, and I wanted to show the love that we have for this industry. But the Casting Couch was developed because of my brother, and I'm gonna give him a plug, Teddy Harrell Jr. He came up with APAC, the African American Performing Arts Community Theater. And I saw that there was a lot of actors, set designers, lighting people, camera people who wasn't really getting recognition, or they wasn't getting work. So I was like, hey, we need to find a place to give them that exposure. And that's what the Casting Couch did. That's my niche, giving them that exposure that they need in order to hone their craft, get more business. You know, Obama talked about, you know, let's make money, small businesses. I'm a small business owner. So we're trying to make this thing happen. And that's where the Casting Couch came from.
That's great, because so you provide a vehicle for those little known artists to get some recognition. It's like Kevin said, we have to tell our own stories.
Yes, that is
So
true.
we have to make a path for ourselves.
That's right.
All
That's right. Well, I call it like a depot. It's almost like Home Depot. So when you come to the Casting Couch, when you get ready to go to our website, you'll see different actors that's been on the couch. You'll see our web bloggers. You'll see, you know, Vanessa, our web blogger. You're going to see Leela Elam. You're going to see Karen Stevens. You're going to see Jordan Diaz. You're going to see all these folks that's in there and bringing this together. And it's like that stew that boils up that tastes so good. Casting Couch tastes so good. You gotta love it, you know? So that's where it is.
I love it. Casting Couch soup. You can market that.
Hey, listen, we have our own bakery goods now. From the last season, we had somebody come on from Homestead, Kip's Mix, and I had a challenge with her, and I made some brownies. And I told her, I said, if the crew and everybody like my brownies better than your brownies, then you have to rename your brownies, which my brownies was called the Casting Couch Dusty Brownies, because I sprinkle them with Oreo cookies. So, you know, but that's on another thing. So we do have our own cookies.
Well,
I'm trying to do everything.
You've got a great logo.
You like it?
Yeah, I love it. It's perfect. It's perfect.
It's kind of fitting.
I can see that on some cookies.
You can see that on some cookies?
Yeah, I can see that on some
There
cookies.
you go.
Yeah.
On some cookies, on some shirts, some merchandising.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do
Oh yeah,
it all.
T-shirts, absolutely.
Whatever it takes,
Yes,
man. Whatever
yes,
it takes,
yes.
man. Because it's going to work. It's going to work. And I want to say you are doing a fine job as a host. And I sought you out. And you guys don't, if you don't know her, she is absolutely fabulous on stage. Oh my God. And I was like, I got to get her to host this show, and you're doing an excellent job. I want to give you a round of applause.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you. My pleasure. I'm having a ball.
Excellent.
I love doing this sort of thing.
There you go.
But I want to ask you about the name, the Casting Couch, because you know the Casting Couch in the entertainment industry has a different connotation.
What is she talking about?
Yeah.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
So naturally, when I first heard of the Casting Couch, I was like,
you know, and I had arguments with that. And when I came up with the idea, I wasn't thinking anything of that. Honestly, I was thinking of a couch, a chair, and we put people on it and we talk. And I was like, okay, it's a casting couch. And that's what I thought of. But when I started shopping it around, some networks was like, hey. So I had to really explain the concept of what the Casting Couch is, what we're trying to do, where we are in South Florida, and what type of programming that we're trying to put on. It was like, oh, okay, all right. I was like, yeah, you know, it's nothing decent about it. You know, I mean, indecent. It's something that's good fun. It's good fun, and we're trying to get a message out there that there are actors that's here in South Florida. There's camera crews that's here in South Florida. We got a great one that's working with us now. We have set, costume designers, everything. So California, come here. Come here.
Right.
Do your work here. Come here. Bring all your stuff here. There are people here that can do all these things for you. South Florida is the best place to work. Where else can you come, sit on the couch, do a TV show, get up, walk down the street, hit Wet Willies at the same time?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, where else can we do this, you know?
And it's 80 degrees.
And it's 80 degrees.
Hey, what can you say?
80
Our
degrees.
own little piece of heaven.
Yeah.
Our own little piece of heaven. And this is what we need for the media. And that's why, you know, we asked Kevin to come on and talk about these things in the media, because we've been getting a lot of hits about bad publicity, things that's going on. And our young people are looking at this, they're watching this, and they're thinking this is what life really is. You know, housewife in Atlanta, that is the real life.
Yeah.
No. It's more to it. You know, there's hardworking people all over the place, and we want to bring that out. You know, we want to bring that exposure to the masses. So that's what the Casting Couch is about.
That's great. That's a very admirable goal. How do you foresee getting this out more to the public, and especially to young people who might need some examples? Or...
Thank you for asking that, Karen. One of the things with the Casting Couch, it's totally media driven, social media driven. So we're using the vehicles of Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, Flicks, whatever you want to name, we're using that, and we're using it also with our website, the Casting Couch TV. And with those vehicles, we're able to put it out. Now, we was on a couple of different places like Ion and some other places, but I didn't wait. I came up with our own YouTube channel, so you can go to Casting Couch TV, YouTube, subscribe to us if you can, and you will see our past episodes, and you will see the new episodes that we got coming up, and you're also going to just see random interviews with people that you didn't even know that was here in South Florida. So we're using all those vehicles in order to put our message out there, and we're trying to go international. Not just national. If you look at our media kit and all the rest of that stuff, which was done by ICPR, they are doing a phenomenal job of putting us out there and having us more approachable, have people say, hey, let's take a look at what these guys are doing. So that's what we're using. We're using all those outlets.
I want to commend you for what you're doing. I think it's great. I think it's very much needed. As an actor, I can speak for my fellow actors in saying that we only become good at what we do when we have a chance to do what we do.
That's right.
So getting more exposure to those people who don't get to work as much, that's great. That's excellent.
Oh, well, thank you for having me on so we can explain that a little bit to people. It's kind of selfish a little bit. But, you know, it's good that we do get a chance to tell people what the Casting Couch is, and we want people to view. We want people to see us. So, hey, make sure you tune in when you see this gorgeous face. Just tune in. See what we're doing here in South Florida.
Thank you. Thank you. Next week, join us when we will have one of South Florida's finest actresses, Jessica Burkan. You've been performing since the age of 3. Dancing, performing. Is that something you always wanted to do, or was it something your parents pushed you into?
Well, obviously when you're 3, you don't really know. But my dad always tells me whenever I was in the mall and there would be music playing, I'd be the one in the center of the mall, like dancing and everything. I love to dance and move around.
And the queen of erotic poetry, Peggy Fox.
Now, this is my way to display my talent, my art. This is my form of art, as writing poetry, short stories, publishing.
Have a great week.